Welcome back, YouTube. And today I'm going to talk about job hunting and 5 things that you need to do when you're job hunting or look for in your new job. So, recently I've been job hunting and I found it to be a great process. I think job hunting is actually one of the best things that could have ever happened to me recently because it made me reevaluate myself, my qualifications, where I've been working, um, you know, how I've been working, when I've been working, why I've been working, and all these things. Um, and it has just made me completely, change my outlook. So I want to tell you guys 5 things that you should look for when you're looking for a new job. There are no specific order. These are just 5 things that I've found that I've been looking for when I look into new jobs because I feel that they're very important. Thing number one is mentorship. When I look into getting a new job, I look to see how that job is going to affect my knowledge base, how it's going to affect me academically, and what I'm going to really be getting out of this job by taking this job. Is this job going to offer me that extra bit of knowledge that I need to accomplish my goals? Does this job have the proper supervisors? Does this job have the proper people in place? So when I go and I look up these new places that I'm going to prospectively be working at, I say, okay, let me look up the boss. Let me look up the boss's credentials. Let me look up what this boss has accomplished. And let me see what I can offer to this person, and in turn, what they can offer to me to bring me onto their team, as well as for me to work for them and learn the things that I want to learn for myself in the future. So I look and I say, okay, this person has only worked in the education field. This person has managed in the education field. Okay, this person has founded a school. Okay, now which person do I want to work for? Okay, well, both of you have the first 2 skills, but only you have this last skill. And that's a skill that I need if I want to begin my own school. So I look for that mentorship. I look for someone who can guide me through my goals and assist me, and someone who can be that extra support to lean on. All right. The next thing I look at is my transportation to work now. And this is a very important one. I used to always wonder because I've always worked like an hour away from where I've lived. And, it's always been crazy because my coworkers always look at me and they're like, why would you drive an hour and a half to a job? You know, and I never understood that because I'm like, if I'm getting paid enough and it, fits, why wouldn't I? But you have to also value your time. Okay. If I can work somewhere 5 minutes away versus working somewhere an hour away, I'm now allowing myself 2 extra hours in my day. I can devote one of those hours to my side hustle or my business and one of those hours to sleeping. That saves me a lot of time out of my day. Okay, so it's very important to think about that. Every minute that you spend going towards your job, you got to spend coming back from that job, and as well as wear and tear on your vehicle, mileage, and all these other things. So those are just things to think about. Whereas you can get a job that you can walk to, or ride a bike to, um, or you may need to drive a car. But how far are you driving, and how much time is this taking out of your life on a daily basis? So think about your transportation to and from, and think about your time because it's your most valuable asset that you can't get back. So next, number 3 is your income. Think about how that job is going to financially affect your life. How can it financially affect your life? Is it going to put you in a better tax bracket? Is it going to keep you in the same tax bracket? Is it going to allow you to accomplish and do the things that you want to do? Or is it a waste of your time? And be honest with yourself. The next thing that you want to think about, and probably the most important thing, is the climate. Look, you can make a lot of money. You could walk across the street to your job every day or live in the same building as your job. You could have a boss that has the knowledge base to teach you. But if you're in a poor climate, all right, if you have no morale in the workplace, all right, I always recommend that if people have the opportunity to go to the place that they are applying and see how the employees look and interact with each other, with customers, um, with just anyone else. See how the supervisors interact with the employees. Because when you go, I mean, this may vary by location, this may vary by company, this may vary by so many different things. But make sure the location you're applying to is sound. Because if it's not, you're not going to be any happier. And don't try to convince yourself that you're going to be any happier than the angry lady taking your order at the front desk, or the angry lady who is yelling at the customers, or the supervisor that's yelling at the employee. You know, all those different things, they don't just magically change because you walk through the door. We would all love to think that, okay, I'm so great that these things will just magically change when I pop up. And maybe you can push through and change them over time, but do you want that to be a daily obstacle? And that leads into my last thing, number 5. You want your job to have challenging moments. You want it to be challenging, but you do not want it to be stressful. Remember, we're trying to build our side hustle. We're trying to build businesses. We're trying to enjoy our life. We're trying to keep our cortisol levels down and live in a world of utopia. We want to live in the best world for us possible. So by us wanting to do so, we have to sit back and say, I'm not going to force myself to get up and get out of bed and go to this stressful job every single day. If I don't want to go there, I'm not going. Make it that simple. If I don't want to go, I am not going. And that will save you a lot of heartache, a lot of stress, a lot of struggle, and allow you to actually build and grow and accept those on the job challenges that are just going to build you and make you stronger. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. And we'll see you guys in the next one.